Good morning and welcome to yet another exciting week on the show business. I have the honor for stepping in for Amar again for the next week and this week, and to have the opportunity to speak with all of you today. We have an exciting lineup of speakers today, and I've got Bilal with me from the Asian Business Connections joining in as well. Thanks for joining in, Bilal. And we have quite an interesting set of highlights and conversations that we are going to be enabling around community building, around understanding how we could strategize business and business plans and ideas to make them work better, and how we could enable startups and SMEs better. And just to give a brief overview and a recap of the past 2 weeks, last week we had the pleasure of attending the ABC Awards dinner, and it was an absolutely unforgettable event and experience. And the ABC Awards, in its largest celebration and always being an event that is ever so large than life, has brought together our Asian community all across the Northeast and the Tees Valley. And this year, just as any other year, was all about inclusion. ABC has also been running these awards successfully for many, many years now, and we have brought about people from all walks of life. And the impact we have created through these events and through these communities built together has been absolutely phenomenal. From having the numbers of almost 1,000 plus startups being supported and trained almost over 11,000 people, which has now further led to almost 6,000 plus job creations. It's absolutely incredible to see how this contribution to both the business and community has enabled everyone. And the focus for the year being inclusion by default has always led us to be motivated and drive us to make the Northeast the most inclusive region in the UK by 2025. The showcase of the events and the showcase of these awards is not just the awards that come out as either the Chairman's Award or the Inclusion by Default Award, but also to recognize all the efforts and the hard work that people bring to the table to bring about these communities and enable them. As always, given the awards night and the ABC Awards as a nutshell, the atmosphere was absolutely electric. We've had Tommy Sandhu, the comedian, who absolutely stole the show and brought about a night filled with great energy, a real mix of creativity, culture, and fun. What struck me the most was, and what absolutely amazes me, is that we had business leaders, political figures, international guests, and people from all across the world joining us here today. But the awards night wasn't all about just giving out awards. It was all about also bringing about a fantastic opportunity to bring about business conversations as well as networking, and also potential reasons and opportunities to bring about collaboration. What's also worth mentioning over the years is that ABC has raised over £600,000 for various charitable causes. And that kind of commitment to the community is what we always strive for and we want to build and believe in. So thank you, Bilal, for joining in and being a part of the Asian Business Connections and now AB Connections. We would love to hear from you what the plan and what the idea behind ABC looks like, and what do we have in store for the next year. Bilal, I think you're on mute. You might have to unmute yourself. I still can't. I cannot. Sorry. I think you might have to restart, but that's all right. We can always jump back in. So overall, it has been quite an interesting journey that we've been capturing through ABC, and it's also interesting to notice that We've brought about quite a few interesting people along this journey that has got us to understand that this community is not just about the people that have built it, but also the people who are fostering it and the people who can join us in for it. So, just to run through a couple more agendas until we have Bilal, who could join us back and seems to have a couple of audio issues. Could we try once again, Bilal? Can you hear us? I'm sorry, we can't hear you. No problem. So that's fine. Let's just get back to this conversation with Bilal to be continued. A couple of agendas to capture today and very interesting thoughts and thought processes to share with everyone would be what could be the potential key strategies to boost your business value. And given the conversations that we at the SME Center of Excellence have over the years and over the years given into our experience, we're also very excited to see and hear about how we could learn more about business, but not just involving ourselves, but also involving others to build and bring about this practice to life. So understanding the fundamentals, how do we get about formulating our own business idea, but also understanding what our purpose towards the idea is. It's often known and seen that when we, as a business individual or an aspiring business owner, start off, there is always this blank canvas, and in between the blank canvas is an idea or a conception phase or a conception idea that comes together with a pieces of element either spanning from an ambition or either spanning from an idea that just spurt out. So it's very interesting to then gauge together and see how do we bring this idea to life? What are the efforts and requirements and the skills and enablements, eligibility all required to get these things together? What's interesting is then once we piece all of these things together, how do we build that process and framework and the structure for the business? What's very important for us is to get our plan together. And in terms of not just understanding what I would be selling or what I am planning to sell, am I going to be a service-based company? Am I going to be a product-based company? Or what is it that I actually want to work with, or which industry I would like to work with? The first steps would definitely be to get about your value and your understanding of the business at the fundamental level. Try and circle back to fundamentals to see what is it that I'm actually willing to do here and what are my future plans for it. Once we mark those things off and once we have those ideas in place and in a structure on a piece of paper, we can then start building upon it, which can further lead us to understanding what our value proposition looks like, to what our customer journey and our potential customer journey could look like. So getting yourself that plan and strategy at the preliminary levels, at the starting phase is very important so that going forward, even if there are changes or if there is some sort of transformation you would like to bring about your business idea, you can always go back to referring that business plan template or that piece of paper that you chalked out all your ideas on. And a business idea is always a continuous growth process where we understand how we could get our ideas together, how we could build our ideas and processes in one place altogether. Now, once we have our business processes and frameworks in place, we can always get these alignments together in the format of getting support. And support and mentorship goes a very long way, whether you're a SME or a startup or a multinational company or a corporate. The length of your business, the length and scale of your business is irrespective to that of needing support. And support and guidance is something that is a constant procedure and process that needs to be undertaken. So get all the business ideas and support that you need from advisors and refer to case studies, refer to use cases that have been successfully adopted and used by businesses to enable themselves. Use cases go a long way as also being a reference to your do's and don'ts for the business. So understanding how those do's and don'ts can further align to your business is very important. And that could also help you structure your business plan and your business feature once again. So getting these things all together is very important. That can further be a continuous process of growth, not just for your company, but also to and vision of the company. So this procedure and process always starts off from an idea phase to a conception phase to then understanding how we can take these business plans and ideas all together. So we would be more than happy to get in touch with you. And if there is anything we could help you with regarding the support we could provide with your business journey, as well as providing your specialist support, the SME Center of Excellence has been excelling over the years of helping businesses and startups grow and flourish with success over the years. So thank you for getting with us on this key strategies to boost your business value journey. And I'm going to try once again to join and see if Bilal can hear us. Bilal, can you join us in now? Seems like Bilal is still having network issues. That's all right. No worries. So our key highlight of the week, and as mentioned, a brilliant, successful event that we've been driving over the years and has always had an impact for us, not just for building the community, but also for building an inclusive region that not just flourishes amongst businesses, but also flourishes amongst friendships and building value amongst our neighborhood and our communities. So getting all of these things together, we would also like to understand how we could further enable our region, our places together. Bilal, can you hear us?
Can you hear me now?
Excellent. Finally.
Yeah, this helped. Cool. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, everyone. Apologies for the some technical issues, but that happens when the technology is there. I hope you all are doing great. And the question that you asked, Kevin, a very interesting discussion that is going on with regard to inclusion and diversity. And ABC is all about that because since 2020, we started this inclusion by default campaign. And since then, we had hosted a lot of events, including roundtables, ABC Curry Club, and it's a great opportunity to network. And we are hosting it on 28th of November as well. And it's all about how we are meeting people from all across the board. And as you talk about the ABC Awards, which just held recently on 17th of October, it was a phenomenal success that we saw that so many people from all around different parts of Northeast were there, individuals, organizations, and I think it was an amazing experience to be there. And talking about Spice FM, it's my first time here, so a very good morning to everyone, and I hope everyone is putting their efforts to work to make Northeast the most inclusive region of UK by hopefully by the end of 2025 and beyond.
Thanks, Bilal, and excellent and great insights from you. And like you mentioned, we're on a mission to not just build a community or build a region that is inclusive, but also build a region that fosters business, friendship, and also enables every one of us, whether we are from the Northeast or beyond. So thanks a lot for that. And I'm interested to know and see how is it that people can get involved with ABC. How is it that people can benefit out of their involvement with ABC? What do those benefits look like to you? If you could just elaborate a little on that.
Yeah, I think it's all about connecting, promoting, and supporting everyone, and everyone can chip in, whether it's a student, a businessman, an individual. For example, example, we are hosting different events like, as I said, AB Curry Club. There's a conference which will be held in January called Inclusion by Default Conference. And then we have awards coming up next year in October. So organizations, can sponsor and be a part of it and chip in. Their role is very crucial, because without their support, obviously, it's not possible to organize those events, which is attended by like around 350 plus people, if you talk about the awards itself. So what we can do is that we have different packages for everyone to be involved in, and everyone is welcome without any, regardless of any background. And the benefits are that, we have a good network across the board. So it's through social media that we promote. It's through the Spice FM that, we are talking about, that anyone who would like to sponsor any event can come and join us in this discussion to exactly talk about what they think about inclusion and how, we can make this region inclusive. As well as we have lots of publications. For example, every week we have newsletter. So, if you're fond of writing any blogs and you think that there is something that you're really craving about writing, so you are most welcome to write in our newsletter as well. And as well as, just get in touch with us at inclusion@abcconnections.org, and just write to us that how you can support, whether it's hosting, a network event, which we call AB Curry Club, or it's like be a part of our conference, which, as I said, it will be held in January, or being part of ABC Awards, most welcome. And just look at our website, and if you scroll through it, you will find out different tabs in it, in which you will get to know about lots of engagement opportunities where you can. So just ask any question that you have, and our team is always there to answer any questions with regard to it. Connect through on LinkedIn, Facebook, and all the social media channels. That's the best way to connect, I would say. So yeah, there are lots of opportunities, lots of benefits. And for example, those who have sponsored this year, they will be published in a magazine called Northern Insight magazine, which is one of the leading magazines, apart from our newsletter coverage. And we can just engage in the discussion and see how you can get engaged. If you want to be a speaker and you have the experience to talk about it, we welcome everyone. So just contact us and we'll reach out to you.
Brilliant, and thanks a lot for this and interesting insights. It's all about getting that awareness amongst the community, and not just people within the community, but also to bring about more people and help us build this region together, whether it's enablement through business or whether it's enablement to getting these people with that thought process in mind, that they have the support that they'll need for them as friends, as business owners, and also as change makers. So excellent insights. And I believe the turnout was absolutely amazing and the night was amazing. And we've got a very interesting guest who's going to be joining us very shortly. We'll be introducing Kam to us. And just like Kam, we've got many other change makers and many other community builders and community champions that we've recognized through the ABC Awards. And it's a very noble initiative and cause, not just but to recognize these community leaders and champions, but also to identify the change makers and the people who actually make a difference. So in terms of building this community together, could you elaborate a little on how ABC has taken a few initial steps, or what is it that we do that makes our presence so special? So if there's something that you would like to summarize that with, I would love to hear it from you.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. The idea is to actually promote everyone, connect everyone, and support everyone. And that is why you will see from today and following Fridays, all the winners who have like an incredible journey, who have achieved so much, they will be there, including Kam, who will be coming today, and others, So it's all about sharing and caring for each other and learning from each other's experiences. And what ABC is open to everyone, as I said, that, whoever would like to connect. And the initiatives are that we are already in a planning phase for the next year awards right now. And we would like to, ask everyone who would like to join for those awards, because that will be, again, a celebration of diversity and inclusion, and all those people who have been trying so hard to make their organizations more inclusive. And individual contributions also cannot be obviously ignored. And that is why we have different categories, for example, Chairman's Award, Inclusion by Default Awards, and Business Awards, and Third Sector Awards, Professional Awards. They're all about, recognizing all those achievements and celebrating together. And as you said, this year, this was the first time that I was at ABC Awards, and it was amazing to see that there were people from all across who were so colorful, happy about their achievements, and everyone were also happy about their achievements, and we together as a region, as a community, came together under one roof, celebrating with joy. And I think that was the best night that I think I won't be able to forget. And I think those who missed, I can only say to them that, just join in for the next year. And I can't wait for the next year as well, because as I said, behind the scenes, there's a lot of work which is going on to produce that evening. And I'm sure, we'll have a great time ahead with different events coming up. So just keep on the look on the website, on social media of ABC, and join us.
Thanks, Bilal. And we've got Kam joining in now. So best to hear his experience from him. Morning, Kam. Can you hear us? Morning, Kam. Can you hear us?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Kam. How are we doing today?
Fine, thank you.
Hi, Cam. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Thank you for joining in. And we've had a couple of recap sessions around the ABC Awards night, and we're just very excited to hear what your experience has been and how we could learn a lot more about you across your business experience of not just being an entrepreneur, but also having an interesting insight towards building a wider community. So before we go ahead, I would love to go ahead and just give you a brief introduction, and as well as the audience, a brief introduction on Kam's achievements. And I'm absolutely thrilled to introduce you today on the show business. And Kam has always been someone who's brought about incredible impact across the Northeast. And from having a journey that spans from successful ventures in catering and hospitality to also making waves in the creative arts side of the industry, with also having a first-class honors degree in engineering and master's in business. Kam has used all of his talents and business insight to elevate and enable the Asian community and culture at a regional and a national level. So, Kam, congratulations on the Chairman's Awards and being recognized consistently as a champion in the Northeast. Welcome to the show. There's probably a lot more that I could have covered, but time is not going to be enough for that. So we would love to hear more about you and your journey and what lies ahead. So thank you for joining in.
No, thank you, first of all, to you all. And again, thank you so much for the recognition last week. I'm still kind of in awe and a bit of shock, to be honest. The amount of messages from friends, from professionals within the industry and various other sectors on all forms of platforms has been quite overwhelming. So, firstly, let me just take that opportunity to congratulate you all for raising such a great platform for our diversity within diversity, and showcasing and bringing kind of East and Western cultures together through celebration and through people's achievements. I think it's fantastic, and it's a credit to you guys as well.
Thank you. And I'm sure and I'm certain that all the audience and the people dialing in today would absolutely love to hear about your ventures, whether it's from Funky Indian Valley to creative inclusive arts and all the efforts and hard work that you put into not just the business side of things, but also the community that you built together with people. So we would love to hear about how you started off on this journey. What do your future ambitions look like, and what success looks like to you?
No, thank you. Well, I mean, Funky Indian Wali is our main business. It's a husband and wife team. We are former restaurateurs. We've had Italian, Spanish, Indian restaurants over a 12, 15-year span. Just around COVID time, we launched Funky Indian Wali, which we rebranded from our Indian tapas style restaurant concept that we had. And we seized the opportunity of kind of grazing and social grazing and networking and complementing food around that. And when COVID happened, we really kind of, let's say, pull the bull by its horns and thought, we're not going to get sucked in from this. We're going to have to evolve. We're going to have to be more proactive and understand what the market needs. And if anything, create the opportunity. If you build it, they will come. It was that type of scenario for us. And being self-employed, you have to evolve. You have to constantly look at the markets. You have to recreate and reinvent yourself. So we started with that. And to fast track where we are now with Funky Indian Wali, we are kind of one of the region's leading corporate fusion Asian event catering companies. We have contracts with numerous venues across the region. We do more business to business conferences, seminars, canapes, finger buffets, bowl foods, a la carte, three-course dinners, both Indian and non-Indian cuisine. Our sister company, which is CIA Events, which is what obviously last week was possibly mostly more recognized for, is creative inclusive arts. We're very passionate about the region. We're very passionate about our people. And for us, it's all about bringing communities together to celebrate unity within diversity. And the way we do that is through arts, culture, and music. And over the last 12 years, we've worked very hard. And I think people see the glory side of the business. They see the extravagant shows, they see the sexiness that's attached to all that side, but they do not realize the amount of effort and work behind the scenes that comes into these type of events. And most importantly, it's about having the right people around you and growing that network around you who becomes your infrastructure, who becomes your base. You're only as good as the people around you. And we've been very fortunate and privileged, to be honest, where we've got such a great support structure amongst our Pakistani, our Indian, our Bangladeshi, South Indian, Hindu and Sikh communities. And we engage with them all. We try to raise the profile and deliver very high profile kind of polished events to the city, building on what's already here. And there's a great network and an infrastructure of arts and cultural events in the region. But what we lacked in was bringing high profile A-list Bollywood, Pakistani and Indian artists to the region. So we've worked very, very hard in that. Our biggest achievement to date was Ustad Rahat Ali Khan last year, which was a sold out show at the O2 City Hall. We've delivered obviously Gurdas Maan, Satinder Sartaaj, Javed Ali. We're in talks for Kumar Sanu for 2025 for the region. Whether that happens or not, we're not too sure. But we've got another 2 or 3 Bollywood shows lined up. And again, it's about bringing people together under one roof. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what walk of life you are. We come into this world with nothing. We leave this world with nothing. The only thing we leave is with legacy. And I think, similar to what Uma's doing with ABC, with yourselves, it's about creating a legacy and inspiring and aspiring other younger individuals, our younger generation, our future, to kind of carry on where we're leaving off and building that momentum. The other avenue of CIA is we work closely with stakeholders in the region, so local authorities, Northeast Screen. We've worked very closely on 2 Bollywood film shoots. The most recently one was this month, actually, which was quite a big project. It was Houseful 5 installment. So we've had the likes of Abhishek Bachchan, Akshay Kumar, Giddisan, and they've all been in Newcastle. Very hush hush, very undercover, but they did a 2-day shoot here in the region, which again, it's a massive thing to bring this type of um, opportunity to the region and the wealth that it creates, and the contribution that makes to the local economy via hotels, via restaurants, via the supply chain. And we're working with many production houses now to kind of negotiate Newcastle, Sunderland, Tyne-and-Wear, even Middlesbrough, as far as Teesside, Durham, as an area of Bollywood film shoots. It's something that we've lacked in. They come as far as kind of Bradford, Leeds, Hull area, and then they forget about us and then go all the way to Glasgow, Edinburgh. So why not here? So now that we've built that credibility within the music and arts industry at a top level, we can now kind of facilitate them negotiations and then conversations, which is what we're working on furthermore with a couple of other production houses for 2025. The third element of CIA is programming. So we work with the local authorities. We work with Durham Cricket Club very closely. There's the One Day International India v England match happening on July the 22nd, I believe. So CIA will be delivering a program of entertainment that coincides with the match for that. And again, it's about celebrating culture and bringing kind of Asian and non-Asian people together through kind of music and arts and culture. So in a nutshell, that's what we do. It's a passion. CIA, it's more of a hobby, but it's a calculated one. It's a strategic one. We work at a top level. Like I said before from the start, we're only as good as the people that we have around us, and we're very fortunate that we've got some good people where certain events or certain concerts, if we need that extra support or structure to build a team around it, they all hurdle around us and we make it happen. And CIA, it is a voice. It's more of a force. It's a voice. It doesn't really. The benefit that we do with this is any profits that kind of the events or shows make, we reinvest it to the next project, or kind of reinvest it to something else that will have an impact on the region. And it's something that we're strongly passionate about and that we believe in.
Excellent. And it's a lot to soak in, and there's so much that you're doing all at once. It's exciting. Excellent. And it's almost unnoticeable that how music and entertainment brings that culture together and it's almost one of the most important parts of culture and community that brings everyone together. So your efforts of getting these brilliant artists together and getting these brilliant people together is in some shape or form very significantly built towards that community building. And that is one aspect of everything. The other aspect, which now brings us into a good segue to take this conversation up, would be how would you suggest and how would you advise new business owners or new business professionals looking towards building a career in either event management or hospitality? What would your top 3 tips be, and what would you suggest is the key to success?
Okay, so let's start with the top 3. You're putting me on the spot here, but I think first thing's brand. I think a lot of people, especially within our community, they don't emphasize on brand and marketing. They don't actually understand that, and the power of your brand is so powerful out there. The perception that you give in your marketing, you really need to emphasize a lot on that, and we do that heavily with TFI and CIA. It's for us, it's all about the brand. It's not about us. It's it's very rare you'll see kind of us on stage, or you'll see us kind of standing anywhere to take the limelight. For us, it's all about the brand itself. So you create that logo, create that slogan, create that message within your brand, and invest in it. The second thing is, don't compete on price, compete on quality. Create your unique selling point. You want to have that competitive advantage within the marketplace. Do your research, have a look at what what's out there and see how you can complement it. So when you're complementing it, you're creating your own niche, you're creating your own market. And at the same time, what you'll find is your other competitors around you, they will kind of endorse you in what you're doing. Um, I think the biggest problem is a lot of people they think, okay, well, if he's doing this product for X price, we'll sell it for Z price and we'll get the business. It doesn't work like that. You're only killing yourselves, to be honest. And we've all got families to feed, we've got bills to pay, and it's not easy being self-employed anyway in the current climate and market. So the more you kind of work together with your supply chain as well as your market competitors, I think you're in a better situation for the long term. The third one, I'm a firm believer, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. So, don't chase the money, chase the dream. If you're in it for the money, you'll make quick money short term. But if you want to be in this for the long term, you've got to put your love, life, and passion behind this, and that has to reflect through your work. At the end of the day, it's your work that does the talking, not yourself.
Brilliant. And I think your third point itself has been so effortless that everything that you mentioned has come out as it is. So thanks a lot for that. And thanks a lot for that. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of people who would benefit from this advice. So before I eat into Bilal's time, Bilal has a couple of questions that he would then take as wrapping up for the session. So Bilal, all of us. Yep.
Kam, wonderful work that you are doing, and it's about exactly the cause that matters. Award comes itself, and you have been a winner of Chairman's Award, but it was a cause that really mattered, and I think I so much resonate with your sentiments. But what drives you? Whatever you are doing right now is so amazing, but why you do it? What is the driving factor, for us to take home this lesson, this message from you, your success journey, that, this is a that you had over the years, and now you are standing here, talking to us. So just share briefly, and what has been that success journey? What is success to you and the drive?
I think what drives me is giving people experiences, whether it's through our food. When I work with Nidhi, who's my wife and my business partner, she's the head chef. I'm not going to deny that. She deserves that credit where it's due. And we're a husband and wife team. We work together, we cook together, we build the business together. We've got a great team under us. But with both Funky Indian Wali and CIA, I think what drives us is we're hospitality people. And it's about creating experiences, giving something to somebody that they've not had before. And what drives us then even more is the feedback that we're given. And you're only as good as your last event or your last food catering service that you provide. And, with God's grace, we've got some brilliant corporate A-list clients. We've catered for Rolex. We're in talks with Aston Martin headquarters now. We've done Greg's PLC. We've got the contracts with some Discovery Museum, Hancock Museum, and I think what's driving us is when you come into this world with nothing, and you can build something out of nothing. That's the biggest achievement in life, and I think what drives us to do that is proving that you can do something from nothing. And if we can do it, then anybody can do it. I mean, I had no experience of concerts and events, but it was a passion. I've always loved concerts and events, and I was multicultural officer at the university in my first year. Then I got voted in for the second year because they loved what we were doing, and that was probably 25 years ago. And I'm showing my age now, but ever since then, the buzz and the feedback and the excitement you get from that, it actually makes you very emotional when you see that whole jigsaw come together on the night of the show. And I think the bottom line is, which I said right at the start, it's about creating them experiences and seeing them expressions on people's faces and that happiness and joy. It really drives us to kind of build on our last event.
Thank you, Kam. And lastly, what is inclusion to you in just one or two sentences. We have running out of time. So what is exactly inclusion for you?
Inclusion for me, it's just bringing everyone together from all walks of life, and celebrating the most important thing, which is unity. And there's enough for everybody in this world, and sharing is caring.
Amazing. And we hope that we will be having this long-term relationship where we'll be taking help from you wherever required, and your guidance. And as I said, it's like all together combined efforts that we are here at ABC. So thank you so much, Kam, for joining us, and wish you all the best in your journey ahead.
Thank you very much, and God bless you all. And definitely we look forward to working with you guys in the future.
Thank you. Good luck. Take care.
Take care. Bye bye.